Hi there, how are you doing?
I'm fine, my darling. How are you?
I'm doing well. Welcome to Kera Dangerous Talk.
Yes.
Yes, Miss Valarie Pettiford. So excited to
Thank,
speak with you.
thank you, sweetheart. How beautiful you are.
You are beautiful as well.
Thank
Uh,
you.
the first thing I like to do on my show is give you your flowers. So, I want you to sit back, relax, and take your flowers, Miss Valarie.
Thank you. Once again, as KJ Smith would say, I received that.
Yes, yes. Here we go. So, Miss Valor, I've been seeing you in different little movies here and there. And, I fell in love with you on UPN's Half&Half as Big Dee. You did such an exceptional job on that in that role. And let me tell you what I like about you and really why I wanted you on the show.
Okay.
And I'm being really genuine. I love people who put their all in things. And let me tell you, sister, when you act every piece of that script.
Ah.
Let me tell you, you act, your body is acting, the words out of your mouth is acting, you are doing it up. Like, I can tell you really have studied, and that's why I wanted you on this show because I can tell you really educated yourself on your craft.
Nice. Nice.
And I want people on this show that can teach us how we can be that dedicated to something, so that's why I really like you and I respect you because I see the hard work that you put in.
Thank you, baby. I truly, I really appreciate that so much. Back in my day, before you were a glimmer in somebody's eye, back in my day, that's what you had to do.
Yes.
You wanted to be in show business, you wanted to reach a certain level, you have to study. You had to study hard. Because there's so many, as today, there's so many incredible people out there. For every job, there's like 50 women that could do that gig. So, okay. So it's all about timing, God, it's your right time, all that kind of stuff. But you got to put the work into it. And I believe that. I believe that now more than ever. And also that's for longevity too. If you want to stay in the business, you got to constantly keep learning and growing and adapting and all that kind of stuff. And also it kind of helps you be able to navigate in these kind of waters. If I can't do television and film, I can go do a little theater. If I can't do a little theater, I'll go sing in the club. I can't go sing in the club. I used to model some fashion. I can't do that. You know what I mean? It keeps the pot, nice, and just stir that pot and keep it going and stuff like that. So it's just a win-win. It's a win-win, a strong foundation,
Yes, it is. And you know what? During this time we spent together, I want you to really take your time and answer the questions, and because I want people to get an education from this.
Okay.
Because I want you to we're going to talk about a couple of things, but I know people feel like there's a lack of Black people who are ballerinas. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the transition you made from Broadway to acting and dancing and how you were able to do it smoothly. And I want you to get into some of those moments where things weren't going good and how you kept your faith. So I really want us to dig deep today because like I said, guys, I got her on the show because if you've seen anything she's in, she puts her all into it. So let's get started.
Let's get started. Okay. So I love that you mentioned ballet. That's what I originally, when I came out, I knew that's what I wanted to be, was a ballerina. I wanted to be a ballerina. And no one looked like me when I was, a wee little lass. No one looked like me. And my idol at the time was a lady by the name of Margot Fonteyn. And so I wanted to study ballet, and I did. And there was a lot of, you can just feel the deterrence. You know, I went to a couple of ballet schools and stuff like that, and you just can feel it. I did go to performing arts high school, which is great, as a ballet major, and then I ended up changing my major to modern dance for other reasons. But one of the main reasons, I didn't see myself. Dance Theater of Harlem was just starting, and you know, once again, I mean, now I know about these beautiful Black women that opened the doors for us way back when. But you didn't know about that. We didn't have social media. We didn't, you know, and they were sure enough not advertising. So it was hard to give up on that dream of being that ballerina. That's why Misty and all these beautiful women all over, the Prince and all these beautiful women, thank God for them now, because now the little ones like I was can look up and say, oh, now I can actually do that. There's a place for me, because there was no place for us, you know. And until Dance of Harlem, there really was no place for us, women as well as men, you know, Black women and men, to do that. So I changed up, and then I really fell in love with theater and stuff like that. And it's still hard. It was still hard. It still wasn't easy. But training, I came from Bernice Johnson Dance Theater of School up in Queens, New York. I thank God for them, because they taught me everything. They were the foundation that got me where I am today. Because not only did I, you know, we had to take ballet, jazz, tap, Afro-Cuban. We also had to teach. I was teaching at 11 years old. Wow. Not only did we teach, we were making costumes. We were doing outside gigs. We were on lights and doing, you know, focusing on lights. But Bernice Johnson was fierce, because our dance recitals were at Carnegie Hall and Avery Fisher Hall. So you're appearing on that stage. And the people in that dancing school, oh my God, dream of a lifetime. They, as I said, they were the best of the best, and it truly was the best training ground. And as you keep hearing, my theme is training. And to survive in show business, because it's business for a reason, show and business. To get through the business part, you gotta love it. You have to. It's too hard. It's too many no's. 90% of the time you're rejected in this business. 90% of the time you are rejected. You don't get the part. Oh my God, still going through that. So how do you maintain some type of sanity? You know what I mean? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta want it. You gotta not even want it. You gotta need it. I needed to do this. This was what I'm supposed to do. And so that's why the only reason why I've stayed so long. I mean, look, let me tell you something. Every 3 months I want to quit. Ask my buddies, ask my sisters. like, oh, shut it down. You know, the insecurities and all that kind of stuff pops up. But I love it so much. So, you know, for anybody that's out there, it's not easy. You know, you might get it faster. You might, especially with social media and today's climate, where, you know, you can get to stardom quicker and stuff. And no. You want to last long. You want to be around. I've been in show business for over 40 years. So you got to love it. You got to work at it. Yeah.
That's wonderful. You said so much right there. We got to break some
of that. It was a lot, right? I'm sorry. It was a lot.
Well, look, I'm glad you're so passionate about it. Because I want to break ballet down, because I know I heard you say somewhere that your parents knew you were going to be a dancer at the age of 2. And I know, because my mama wanted me to be a gymnast, but I'm going to tell you, everybody not born to be a gymnast, because, you know, I grew up to be like a big Amazon, and like you got to have that right shape. So, baby, you must have that good shape at 2 years old.
You know about all that. All that, but no, they just knew that my mom and dad used to say they knew about the age of 2 that I was going to dance. That's all I wanted to do. It's just, I guess I was doing the twists. That was the dance of the day when I was born. You know what I mean?
Your
So go ahead.
your co-worker Darren, off of Family Business, he
Yeah,
said that a lot of times, because he's a dancer as well, a lot of
yes,
times
brilliant.
he'll see young black children doing hip hop dances, but they really just don't have the knowledge of dances like being a ballerina. So if you were to want to suggest that to someone, how would you kind of motivate a young black girl or a young black boy to want to become a ballet dancer? Because I think sometimes we look at it the wrong way, and
Yeah,
sometimes black men feel like it's too feminine, but it's a
right.
beautiful dance. So
Oh,
you know what I mean? So what would you tell
yeah.
them as a dancer and you've done it, you know?
Honey, oh my God. Well, first of all, the thing about it is what was so great, especially when I was growing up, not only did we do ballet and jazz and modern, we go to the clubs and do street dance. We didn't
Mm-hmm.
have hip hop dance back then. It was whatever the popular dance was back in the day. You know what I mean? And we would go to the club. We were always dancing. The thing about it, guys, it helps you be a better hip hop dancer. It
Mm.
helps you be a better being. You know why? Because of the training and the discipline that you have. It will last you a lifetime, whether you go into show business or not. There's nothing like being trained as a dancer. Um, and that's why, you hear football players want to take ballet and stuff like that to really train the body to help with injuries and stuff like that. So no, 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 no. And for men, oh my God, you with the prettiest women. You gotta lift up women. You gotta hold the women. Honey, come on through. No, 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 no. It is nothing to be ashamed of. Ballet is a great technique, and it's really the foundation. I love it. And whether you do ballet for the rest of your life or not, it's going to help you be a better dancer in everything. That once again, foundation, foundation, foundation. So don't be afraid of that, guys. Don't. It opens your heart. It opens your spirit. It's as I said, it's a really great dancers and their training. It's a great foundation for life.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. Would you say that ballet, you think some people don't go into it because is it an expensive thing to be a part of? I think with gymnastics, that was a thing I came across
Right.
too.
Yeah, well, when you add it all up, you add the classes, you got to have the ballet shoes, you have to have the tights, the leotards. If you are in a dancing school, then you do your year-end recitals, and your parents have got to go out and buy costumes, and you got to, sell ads so they can bring people in, so they can put on a big show. At the end of the day, it can cost, but there are programs. People will help you out. Debbie Allen, her school, that is number one. She will help you out. So there are ways to get around that cost. We're not gonna lie. You know what I mean? It can be costly, but people will help you out. People don't let that deter you. Don't let that deter you. Mm.
That's what I wanted you to get to. Yes, don't let it
Yeah. Oh
stop
no, no,
you.
no, 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 no. You will, if you love it, you will find a way. You will find a way. There are great people out there that will help you out. As I said, Debbie Allen is number one on my list. You know what I mean? For helping out students and stuff and getting to her class. And she's old school like me, and the training is so important. And it's just great. It just opens you up to a whole new world out of your neighborhood, different cultures. I'm telling you, it's nothing like it.
Well, let me ask you this, Miss Valerie. How did you go from? I know you were born in the Bronx, but you grew up in Queens. So how did you make it from there all the way to being on Broadway and some of the most fabulous shows that you were in? I mean, I know that's a big question, but give me a little bit of how you made that jump.
Okay, so as I said, start off wanting to be a ballerina, yay, 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 yay. Then I went to performing arts high school, bang.
Mm-hmm.
And after I came in as a ballet major, sophomore year, I became a modern major, modern
Mm-hmm.
dance, finale. And then while we were doing that, I was like, I saw one of my first Broadway shows, which was The Wiz, and I was like, I want to do that. So I basically changed my mindset from being a ballerina to modern dancer to more Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I wanted to, that was where my focus was. So it's all about focus. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to focus on? And I focused on that. So how do you do that? How does one do that? One does that by getting outside the box and taking jazz and auditioning and knowing how to audition the proper way, what to wear, how to act. It's about how you act too. Not only your talent, you got to be a good person. You got to be professional. You got to show up on time. You got to do your work. You got to study, and all that kind of stuff also plays a part. And how you do that is you learn by going out there, auditioning and studying and all that kind of stuff. And so that's what I did. I auditioned. Got my first show, which was a show called A Broadway Musical. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it closed the day after it opened. That happens on the Broadway. And then I never forget, I was picking up my stuff from the theater. I went to get backstage and looking for that next job. And there was an audition for Bob Fosse's Dancing, the national tour. And I knew I wanted to work with that man. Knew it. And so I auditioned. Actually, I had auditioned for him for the movie All That Jazz. Got down all the way to the last group. Did not get it. Too young. The right person got that gig.
Wait, when you say all that jazz I have to do and all that jazz.
No, the movie.
Not that one. Okay, my bad.
Not that one. That comes later. That comes later in the career. But anyway, so I auditioned for Bob for that. And so I was kind of familiar with his style and stuff like that. I knew I wanted to work with this man. That audition came up, and I did get that. I did get that particular role. So that's how my journey got to Broadway. Now, I was principal dancer, featured dancer, went on to do Sophisticated Ladies, original cast. I was Judith Jamin's understudy. Oh my God, another wonderful thing. But then I realized if I wanted to do a role, like for instance, Anita in West Side Story. Thank you, Debbie Allen, for opening the door for Black girls to do it.
Yes.
And not having to be just Latina. I knew that I had to get my singing and my acting chops. And that's what I did. I went to singing lessons and I went to acting lessons. And then I had to make that transition because especially back in my time, if you were a dancer, that's all they thought you could do. You know what I mean? Yes, there was always a triple threat out there. R.Kelly, Debbie Allen, Shirley MacLaine, I can name a few. But they still saw you as just a dancer. So you had to now change the minds of casting directors that you can do a role. And that's what I did. I studied, pulled myself out of a couple of jobs, not to be in the ensemble, to make that transition. And then I got Anita in West Side Story. And then that's how it progressed for me getting roles. And then I eventually stopped dancing, body, getting older. And I knew I wanted to really go into television, film, and give that a try. So that was my journey.
Well, now you said the Fosse show, the Broadway production, but you skipped over Bob Fosse. Like, please tell us the legacy and what working with him meant for the people who don't know.
Okay, so Bob Fosse is premier choreographer, dancer, director. Oh my God, he could do orchestrations, he could do cinematography. He actually changed the face of the Broadway. So do the Google. If you don't know who Bob Fosse, do the Google, because his influence is seen today throughout everybody. Single ladies, Bob Fosse. That was inspired by a number called Mexican Breakfast that Gwen Verdon, his wife, did. So there are a couple of steps there, and then that whole the look and the style and the three girls and stuff. That's Bob.
She's talking about Beyonce, guys. Beyonce. Lady.
Yep, Michael Jackson. A lot of his moves. Anytime you see this or a hat, gloves. I mean, there's certain things that just is Bob Fosse. And Bob Fosse was also influenced by a lot of things as well. But he, you know, throughout his life and journey, he created the style that everyone still uses today. So that's Mr. Bob Fosse. And the movie Cabaret, all that jazz, the show Chicago, the original cast of, you know, show Chicago, Pippin, all that's his stuff. So to get a chance to work with someone that I just when I saw his choreography, it's like that I knew I could do. You know what I mean? There was just something visceral about it. I was like, oh my God, there's something like I have to do this choreography. I just, I don't know. It just, it's like I felt like it was made for me. And then to get a chance to work with him, as I said, the first time was the first national tour of Dancing, Bob Fosse's Dancing, which was a show that was the first time it was all about dance. It was 3 acts of dance. That didn't happen before then. Mm-hmm. So he created that, and for the dancer to be the star, which was awesome. And then I did a show called Big Deal, and that was unfortunately a year before he passed away. A brand new show. In that particular show, I got a chance to do so many things. I was, you know, part of his skeleton crew. And what a skeleton crew is, he gets a group of dancers together, 5 dancers together, 5 or 6 dancers together, to help him create the choreography for the show. So I was part of that. I could have died and went to heaven. I mean, come on, to work with a man in that capacity? What?
Yeah. No, I want to break that down. When you go from just wanting to be a dancer, now you on Broadway, now you got to come up with some dances for some other people. What is going on in your head, Miss Valarie? I mean, what's the process of that?
The process is, well, you know, you're constantly training and learning your entire journey. So every gig, so starting from Bernice Johnson, who taught me the foundation to be able to learn choreography really quickly, do it well, be a good person, show up on time, all that stuff that's going to help you go from job to job to job to job. You know what I mean? And luck and being, you know, blessed, you know what I mean? Being at the right time, at right place at the right time. That was that trajectory. So, and there were jobs for us as a dancer. And then add on a black dancer. Oh my God. You know what I mean? It still wasn't as plentiful as, you know, our white counterparts. Never has been, never will. Hopefully it will be. But I don't know if in my lifetime I'll see that the way it should be. But we're getting better. We're getting much better. But, you know, that's why you have to work so hard, because the cards were always stacked against us. We had to be 20 times better than anybody else. You know what I mean? Just to even be seen. And so, as I said, I was born at the right time, right place at the right time, you know, and I worked hard to maintain. I made it hard to maintain. So, yeah, so that's that journey. And so all that work, going from job to job to job, doing, you know, little gigs on the side, singing in clubs, doing little dance concert, all that kind of stuff, just kept fueling me to be a better performer. And so now I get a chance to work with the great Bob Fosse. I was ready. I was ready to be his dance captain, which I became. I was ready to, when he gave me all these great little roles within the show, being part of a famous trio and singing in the nightclub and stuff. I was ready. I was ready. You know what I mean? And it was a dream come true for me, because as I said, that's something about his choreography for me. It was like I could excel in. And yeah, so I was very fortunate.
I want to give people some advice. Like, are you good at taking criticism and working on yourself and not taking it personally? And if so, how do you do that? Because, you know, we all need that kind of help. So I want to ask the professionals, like, how do you guys deal with the rejection and not beating yourself up so much? I need help with that, because sometimes it gets to you.
Yeah. I'm not the right person to ask, because I say,
oh no, Miss Valarie.
It's awful. Okay, let's put it this way. I take direction well.
Okay.
I take direction well. As far as criticism is concerned, I don't read reviews, or at least try not to. No one is a harder and more vicious critic on me than me.
Yes.
No one can say the stuff that I tell myself, which is awful.
Thank you. Thank
which is
you.
awful. I mean, just if I said the stuff to other people that I tell myself, ooh, 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 not good, not good, not good. You ask my friends, that's my sister. She looked at me just a couple of days ago. I was working on a gig. Literally a couple of days ago, boo. I was working on a gig and I told my sister, I sucked. I sucked. The director hated me. I wasn't good. She's like, shut up.
Oh man.
See, I'm bad. I'm still working on that.
But see, this is what we need to hear, because every actor I asked, they said it's hard, but they didn't really give me like what you're giving me right now. So I love that honesty.
Oh my God, I'm awful. But what fuels me, okay, so the difference between people giving up, because I'm telling you, you can give up. You can give up. You can give, I mean, the way things happen and those jobs and like, I got to find another job and blah, blah, blah. You can give up. I choose not to. Something keeps pulling me back in.
And sometimes you go, why do I keep going back? I could have been anything else. I could have been something.
It's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And I keep going back. But yeah. I know, it's like, why? Why do I put myself through this? Why? And you do. And that, I think that's sometimes you know, not all the time, but, you know, sometimes I feel that, you know, when you see somebody and they're doing well and all of a sudden they drop out, they give up. You know, I think some people just give up. They don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to deal with that anymore. And, you know, your heart gets broken, especially because, you know, we wear it on our sleeve, right? And so it's emotional and it's hard. It's hard, you know, but don't give up. Don't give up, man. Don't give up. You got to just, as I said before, Susan DePass said, if you can't go over the mountain, go around it. Go around it. You'll find your way.
That.
Come on, right? Right? She said that at a luncheon. I was like, I love you. Because, yeah.
You were just speaking to me. I was enjoying all that.
But no, it's hard. You can't, I always take it personal. That's my tape in my head. That's my, can I say bullshit? That's my bullshit in my head. I ain't good enough. You suck. Why are you even trying? Why are you even trying?
And this coming from a lady, y'all, that can sing, dance.
I'm all right. I can name you 50 extraordinary people that can do the same thing. 50. I counted them one day.
See, but why do we do that? I don't know. But it's a million people who can't do it.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I got white mouth and stuff. I'm thirsty, y'all. But thank you so much for being so. Child, you don't know what I went through before this interview, but I made it.
I hear you.
I said the show goes on.
Yes, right? The show goes on.
Oh my God. Have any particular challenges going from, I guess I should say, what challenge is TV for you different than, I guess, acting on Broadway? Like, what's the difference for you?
Great question. Because I'm still working on it. You know, with theater, you have to express and give past the footlights. Mm-hmm. You know, remember back in the day, not my day, but back in the day, there were no body mics and stuff like that. I mean, actually, I have worked in some theaters that weren't, you know, no body mics. Of course, now they do. So you have to reach there. And so what happens for camera, you got to bring all that in. Mm-hmm. And it's all in the eyes. And I am, as you see, I am very physical. That's who I am naturally. I use my hands. I'm big. I'm broad. I'm like,
Expressive.
all that stuff. And so my journey is bringing it in. Bring it in, Valarie, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. I've gotten a hell of a lot better, but I still have to be cognizant of it.
But I've heard actors say it's much better to have more than less because you could always bring it in. But if you don't
There you
have
go.
much, it's gonna be
You can
harder.
always bring it in. Yeah, because I know for me, I always got to do at least 1 or 2 takes. That is just wow. You know what I mean? And then you can bring it back in.
That's exactly what I was saying about you as an actress. You're so animated. I had Omar Gooding Jr. on, and he's so animated too. The whole Gooding family. I love animated actors.
So it's a journey. It's a journey. But yeah, so that's the difference. Ooh, baby. And when you see those actors, they're barely doing anything, but they're giving you everything. That's what I want to achieve. That's what I'm still trying to achieve that.
Oh, you will get there. I got some quotes of yours just to break some things up, and I got 3 quotes. I'm gonna spit them back at you, and I want you to tell us what you meant by them.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one you kind of already said. Unfortunately, you kind of answered it already, but just for the sake of me having written it down, we're gonna go ahead and hit you up with it. Okay, the first quote: "You don't want just quick success. That kind of good. That kind of wait, I wrote that wrong. That's kind of good, but it's not gonna last. You don't want just quick success. It's not gonna last. Basically, is what you said. What did you mean by that?
Well, it's like, it's like fast food. You know what I mean? You get it quick, you get satisfied quick, and, it's that quick, fast food type of mentality. If you want to be in the business for a long time, you want to last 40, 50 years. Come on, look at Cecily Tyson,
Yes.
I've been in the business for 40 years. If you want to last for 40 years, you got to put the time and work in it. And you got to kind of do it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Or at least know what your reasons are and stick with it. But yeah, that's what I meant by that. Because, your 15 minutes of fame is very fleeting. And so you have to, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want, your 15 minutes fame, yes. But if you want to last longer, you gotta put the work in.
Excellent. Second quote, and I love this one. Go back to the past to now be present.
Oh, ooh, did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Really?
Yes.
That was profound. Oh. You sure that was me?
It was you. You were talking about Bob Fosse's legacy program and everything.
Okay. Well,
this is why she's so lovable, guys. She is so lovable.
Okay. Bravo. Say my quote again.
Go back to the past to now be present.
Yeah. You got to know where it came from. Come on, people. You got to know, especially, when I teach Fosse and stuff like that, you got to go back to, the style of dance, the time period, all that kind of stuff to be able to do his stuff now. You got to know where it came from. Because Bob, as I said, we all do this. We, choreographers, directors, whatever, you pull from your life experiences and what influences that made you who you are today. So Bob was influenced by a lot of things, sculpture, horses, burlesque, all that kind of stuff. Popular dances of the day. And you need to know, as a dancer, you need to know that stuff from, especially like the popular dancers of the day. You need to know that stuff so you can do his stuff. You know what I mean? There's nothing like knowing from the past where it came from and how you got here and how we got here. It's nothing, and paying homage to those who came before us. Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree with that. Now, this one is pretty simple, and you pretty much said this one too, but practice, practice, practice. And wait, and practice.
And practice. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. And hell yes. Come through. Yes. Come on now. Practice makes perfect. Okay, this is what I do. When I do my one-woman shows, and I practice the whole show with my shoes, everything. Every day for, depends on when the show happens, it depends on what I've done before, but say, for instance, I'm getting ready to do a show and I haven't done a show in a while, I'll take a month or two and do it every single day, sometimes, because sometimes you'll have 2 shows a night, sometimes twice a day, to build up that muscle, to get your energy right, and be proficient. So when you hit that stage, you can be free. You can be free. You can connect with the audience. You know what I mean? You can, something might happen where the sound goes out, or, you know, a piece of the stage falls off, or whatever. You are so prepared. You are so prepared. It gives you freedom to be. So practice, practice, practice. It just makes you better. It makes you stronger.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought up your one-woman show, solo shows, because to me it takes some type of fearlessness to be able to do that, and it's a lot of work. Yeah. Are you ever like nervous at all? I mean, okay, so you're doing a solo show, you get nervous. So let's talk about that.
Yes. So, okay, so there's different kinds of nervousness. Okay, there's nervousness where it's butterflies and that adrenaline, which I know for me, I need to hit that stage. Then the other kind of nervousness that's debilitating. That gives you stage fright. And some people go through that, and it's so unfortunate. So they have to work on the tools to overcome that. But yeah, I need a little something. I need a little something to get it all tight. So when I hit that stage, it's like, woo! And then I'm free. But yeah, it's a thin line, because you don't want to get into where it's debilitating, where it stops you from, especially when you're doing live performances and such. But I love that adrenaline. I have my rituals and things physically I have to do and shake it out and blah, blah, blah. And then once I hit that stage, I'm home free.
Now, I used to work at ESPN, and Stuart Scott told me that, you know, that nervousness is just energy. You got to change it. But it was what you just said. You do your little thing. Is that something that dancers and singers do, where you go Did you do that before?
Well, you would do. It sounded like you were doing a little vocalese, a little vocal warm up.
The reason I did it like that is because at ESPN we had an anchor who would do that before every show, and we would just die laughing because it would echo in the studio. It was so ridiculous.
But that's his warm up. That's his vocal warm up. So he gets his mouth working. He gets his voice in the right place. Oh yeah. I do a full vocal warm up. And then my ritual, or maybe superstition or whatever, right before, when I'm standing in the wings, right before they call my name, I don't know why, but I do like an arm thing like this. And then I shake it out and I jump up and down and just kind of shake out the nerves that could cause something else, which we don't want. But it just settles me. So people have their little things. And also I'll do a little vocalese or whatever, right before I go out, just to make sure my shit is correct. Can I say that?
No, go ahead.
My shit is correct. Yeah. So yeah.
The reason, guys, I'm not just asking silly stuff to be silly. I'm asking stuff that I know that artists go through, because I know it's somebody that they're watching. We do silly, stupid stuff like this.
Yep. I know, but as you are asking the best questions, honey. The best question. Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm nervous, I'll go and I'll just be crazy right off the bat, and that helps me to calm down. If I could just say, let me just embarrass myself right away, and then bring it back down.
Yep. Yep, that's the way. That's the way you get all that excess energy out, and then you can bring it back. Yep.
Man, this is so empowering. Look at me. I just want to say I don't have a job right now. I got laid off because of COVID. I don't know my next move, but when I talk to you guys, you giving me so much positive energy that everything's gonna be okay.
It
You
is going to
know.
be okay, baby. Just keep doing you. You're wonderful. You're beautiful spirit. You're just lovely. So you're going to be all right.
Thank you so much. It really tickled my heart to be able to talk to you because I'm telling you, I just fell in love with you real quick. And then I just kept seeing you in different movie roles. And I'm like, I really like this lady. And I hope you don't mind me saying because you could be playing a drama role. And for some reason, it's something about you that I just found hilarious. You just
Oh,
trip me
good.
out. You just make
Yes,
me
I always like to have a
laugh.
little humor.
Yeah, it's like your face. It's like something in your facial expression is always humorous to me. Like, I don't know what it is.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh crap! It looked like a half our time is almost gone. I haven't even
Oh,
asked you anything about your TV shows at all.
that's
I'm
right.
sorry.
That's
Okay,
right, baby.
so let me speed up a little bit. Okay, so you got a couple TV shows going on right now. I mean, you all over the TV. You do Blacklist, Tyler Perry show, the House of Pain one, correct? And you on one of my favorite shows right now on BT Plus, The Family Business, honey. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes, honey.
Valerie, you don't stick your foot in that character, girl. You was doing,
Honey, I love me some Chippy. I love Chippy. I love
oh,
Chippy. I
like,
love Chippy.
she is playing Chippy Duncan, and it's Carl Weber, the author, and he writes fabulous books, and she is doing her thing. It's a crime family drama. And let me tell you, I thought those tattoos on your character, I thought those were fake. I was like, no, I didn't think you would even have a tattoo, first of all.
Hey! What? What?
Right? I
I
was
want some
like,
more. I can't wait till COVID gets over because I'm getting some more. I know. What I
Miss
don't know.
Val, I said, I couldn't believe you had a real tattoo.
Yes. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Yes. I've got about 12.
Oh, okay. I love that. Okay.
I
So,
know. And so, yeah, as you see, because, most of the characters I play are not tattoos. So when I get a chance to show my tattoos, I'm in heaven.
right. I was so surprised. I thought they had made those on you. It was makeup or something.
Yeah.
And your character, Chippy Duncan, how much fun are you having playing her? I mean,
Time of my, darling, Kara, time of my life. This is a character I've always wanted to play. Now, let's once again,
okay.
back in the day, I didn't see any really mob or crime family, black crime family when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we didn't get those opportunities, so I didn't think I'd ever get a chance to play a character like this. It wasn't happening. Thank God for Empire and Power and all those other kind of beautiful shows that have come up and stuff. And thank God for Carl Weber writing these books. I Love You More Than Life and Destin for producing it. And so I got this opportunity. That's all we need is an opportunity. Give us the opportunities, daggone it. So sick of this. So I got the opportunity. That's why I've always wanted to be a mob wife. And that's what I am.
This show, if you guys haven't seen it, I've been talking about it. I post some clips from the show. It's so exciting. You're gonna be on the edge of your seat every episode. They came back with the second half of the second season. I keep watching them too fast. Y'all just need to stay in the studio producing the shows.
I know, right?
I mean, it's one of those shows you're just gonna binge watch all the way straight through. The fashion on the show is incredible. I was telling Darren that you guys look superb.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm just really enjoying it. And it was a clip of you acting on my page, Instagram page that I posted, when you was talking to your son, Junior, on the show, his girlfriend.
Is that the one with the knife?
Yes. When you threaded Junior's girlfriend that knife, let me tell you, you acted that scene out. The way you were eating, well, I don't know what you were eating, vegetables or apple, what you were eating.
A tomato.
Even the way you bit in that tomato, girl, you were acting like the way you chewed the tomato, it was acting.
Yeah.
The way you was chopping the vegetables, it was acting. The knife was acting, girl. That was a
Yeah.
good scene.
I love that scene. And Brayley Evans, I love her. So yeah, I just love the character so much. It's just, and then talk about well written. I just say the lines. I don't have to do anything. It's all on the page.
Yes, and you work with an amazing cast. So
Oh,
again, everybody, yes, everybody's on there. I can't even name everybody, but any black actor you like, they probably don't pass through on the show.
I know. And my baby Javicia, who's now Batwoman, come on
Yes,
through, Javicia. Come on through. I'm so proud of her. Oh my God, I know. I'm promoting another show. I don't care. She's
that's great.
awesome. Watch it. Batwoman, CW.
That's right. We got to support each other. So you
Yes,
got that
indeed.
show, and I want you to tell us a little bit about your other show, The Discovery of Witches. Now, correct
Yes,
me if I'm wrong. That was a show originated in it's a British show, right?
yes, it is. It's a British show. And we shoot it in Wales. And it's based on again popular books, All Souls trilogy by the incredible Deborah Harkness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a show about witches, demons, and vampires living amongst us mortals, humans, in plain sight. It's present time, even though they do go back in time. Actually, second season they're going back in time, but it is present day, and it's a beautiful, actually, love story. That's basically what it is, a love story, especially about people that aren't supposed to be together because of bigotry get together.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, and that's another role. I didn't think I would ever. When was the last time you saw a black witch? Come on now.
I've been called the
Witch.
Black Witch.
You know what I'm
So
saying? Right? So,
I
I
played
mean,
one in real life.
oh my God, you're killing me. But once again, I didn't think I would ever get a chance to play this role, and here I get this incredible part, and we are now, they're actually showing season 2 of A Discovery of Witches, and at just time of my life. Once again, delicious cast, delicious on screen and off. I love those guys so much, and to get a chance to work in the UK again, yeah.
That's excellent. I did see that the show is actually, you can see it is streaming in US now on the Sundance Now channel,
Yeah.
AMC Plus, and Shutter TV. So if you guys would like to check that out. Now, so people won't get on me later and start cursing me out, I got to talk about Half and Half again. And and I got to ask you, because shows like Half and Half, it was you, the talented Thelma Hopkins, who played in Family Matters, who's also
Helma.
a great singer.
Oh,
Rachel True and Essence Atkins, that's in every show. That she's like in everything. And that was a great show because it was like 3 black women leads on there. That was a good show to see. It was very funny. How do you feel about the fact that shows like yours are now being celebrated by platforms like Netflix and Hulu and things like that, black content?
about time. It's
About
about
time.
time. Come on through. Because it gives us, once again, a platform. Opportunity. It's a platform for everybody to see it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Yeah, it's just 20 years later. It's just awesome. It's just amazing. I'm so glad Netflix put it out. I binge watched it and just was so proud of the work that we did and how much fun we had, and all the UPN shows at that time. So I'm so grateful to be part of that whole scenario. You know what I mean? And Half and Half, the best, the best, the best. Just brought back so many great memories.
Yes, you did so well in that. Did you know you were doing as good in that role as you were doing while we were watching you? You were so funny and just enjoyable to see on the screen.
Panicked every week.
Really?
Panic. Yes. I've never done comedy before. I'm silly in person, but I've never done comedy before. Oh my God. No. I was, if anything, I did drama, little roles here and there. But this was huge for me. This was my huge break on television. And so I felt like a fish out of water. Telma and Essence and Rachel and Chico and Alex, all of them were like the cream of the crop. And I was just trying to keep up with them. So I had no idea. But once again, it's a testament to Yvette Lee Bowser, a beautiful showrunner, Ellen Gilson, our incredible director, and the writers. It was on the page. I had to do nothing. I just have to say the lines. Literally.
But you know what? I want y'all to see how crazy as artists we are, because if anything, Valarie, she's just funny. Like I would have thought that you came from comedy more than drama if I didn't know you. I mean, you did that role up. Like, so that's amazing to me.
Thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Oh no. I was panic stricken every week. I was like, oh my God. Because we had to have table reads. And a table read, the network is there, the studio is there, the writers are there, the production is there, and it's like, okay, be funny.
Oh, I can understand that.
Funny. I mean, it's just every week. Every week was a new script, and every week you had to, sit at a table and be funny. And I was like, oh my God. So practice. What I would do is when I would get that script, after we shoot one episode and get the script, I'd take all weekend to study and get my rhythm right so I can go in and be ready for the next script. But yeah, I was panic stricken for 4 years.
Oh, you know what? Since we got to kind of wind down, I have to know, because you can do so much. What do you want to do next with your acting, dancing, singing?
Oh, I love you. First of all, you are really amazing. I just want to say that to you. You're a beautiful interview. You did your homework. You're just, bravo.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Okay, so I'm going to put it out there. This is what I want to do. I want to do a period piece like Bridgerton. Mm-hmm. You know about okay, I want to do a period piece like that. I want to do, I want to be a voice for some type of animation character.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
What else did I say I wanted to do? I hate saying bucket list. This is just my wish list. Keep doing the family business.
Yes. Third season
forever and ever. Yeah, those are those. Oh, I know. Yeah. And I do want to do, because I've always wanted to do it. I'd love to do a one Shakespearean play at some point in my career.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. So, yeah.
Oh, I feel so honored to have talked to you. Like, I really wish we didn't have to end, because I could ask you so many other things. But this has been a real joy. You really came and boosted my night. I wasn't even really feeling good before the show, and I feel a lot better now. So thank you so much.
Yay! Well, honey, thank you so much. I'll be back on. You can call me up. I'll be back for you.
Well, please stay in touch, because sometimes, sister, I need just a little good advice myself from an industry pro, so hit me up with a line sometimes. Just let me know you're thinking about me,
You know, girl, DM me. I got you.
For sure. And keep God in your life. I love celebrities who talk about faith and talk about God. So I wish you the best. God bless you. Thank you so much for doing this show. And I just wish you all the best and safe travels, from going from LA to New York and back and forth and everything. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, baby. And don't worry, you're going to be just fine.
Thank you.